Down with this sort of thing. Careful now.
What is up everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to take a look at my team for Game Week 7. After a horrible start to the 23-24 season and with my team in desperate need of repair, I think the time has now come for me to wildcard. I'm not 100% set on wildcarding, but if I do, then the team I'm about to show you is most likely what I will go with. So without further ado, let's get into it. Whilst Turner stays in the wildcard team, it is Onana who makes way for Aston Villa's Emi Martinez, who is likely to be my starting keeper for the future. Aside from Brighton in Game Week 7, Villa's fixtures look incredibly appealing if you're looking for a starting goalkeeper to play. Picking a goalkeeper which is most likely to bring you a number of clean sheets is arguably impossible in FPL. Whether it's Ederson or Pickford, it's very likely they'll finish on the same points each week. I tend to just pick the goalkeeper with the best fixture and then set and forget him. Moving on to the wildcard back line, we have Matty Cash, Bayer, Botman, Udogie and Kabore as our 5 defenders. Whilst Cash allows me to go double up in Villa defence, he is also there for what he brings going forward. Cash already has 2 goals and 6 starts this season, so I'm hoping he can bring me some points. Both Bayer and Kabore are in the team as budget options with a double game week in Game Week 7. Whilst both these players may make the defence look weak, it is unlikely that they will need to be called on regularly given the other players in the team. My hope is that I can bank as many points as I can from them in Game Week 7 and then forget about them unless an injury happens to my starters. This allows me to move on to Udogie and Botman, who are likely to be the main starting defenders in the team. Newcastle defensive assets have not been as popular as they were last season, but this is indeed starting to change. Newcastle have only conceded 2 goals in their last 5 games and have kept a clean sheet in their last 3 games. I have considered doubling up in the Newcastle defence, but I'm currently unsure. Lastly, Udogie remains in the team with Luton, Palace and Fulham from Game Week 8 onwards. Spurs are high in confidence and are likely to pick up maximum points from those 3 fixtures. Udogie is also great going forward and is a player I highly recommend having in your team at only 4.6 million. Moving on to the midfield, where we have an entirely new set of players from our Game Week 6 team. In the midfield we have Salah, Son, Maddison, Diaby and Gordon. Evidently this midfield is stacked with top quality players and for good reason. Salah is currently in amazing form with 7 returns in 6 games and is a player I seriously feel like I'm missing out on at the minute, regardless of how good or bad Liverpool's next fixtures are. Son and Maddison are also 2 players I feel like I need to own immediately given their form, and I would highly recommend making sure you have at least one of them in your team for Spurs' next 5 games. Diaby comes into the team due to Villa's good fixtures, but also because I'm having to remove Watkins. My hope is that owning Diaby will help cover any potential points Watkins may get. Anthony Gordon is the second Newcastle player in the wildcard team, and for good reason. After their demolition of Sheffield United and their League Cup win over Man City, I think it's important to own a Newcastle attacker in order to cover any potential attacking returns. Up front we have a new trio of Haaland, Isak and Morris. Not much needs to be said about why Haaland is in the team. He's the best player in FPL and you would be stupid to not own and captain him each game week. Admittedly, Luton's Morris is in the team purely for budget reasons and also because of their double game week in Game Week 7. Whilst he has returned twice in 6 games, Morris is certainly not a player that I'll be hanging my hat on each week for points. Having Morris in the squad also means I will end up changing my formation from a 3-4-3 to a 3-5-2 after Game Week 7. Doing so will allow me to try and get the best out of my stacked midfield. Isak yet again showed his importance in the Newcastle team as he scored their only goal in a 1-0 win over Man City in the League Cup. With Newcastle's upcoming fixtures in their current form, I'm really wanting to hop on the Newcastle attack whilst it's still a differential. Whilst a lot of managers may be going double Newcastle defence, I've decided to do the opposite in order to chase rank. Having examined the starting 11 for Game Week 7, we can now look at the bench. On the bench for Game Week 7 we have Turner, Diaby, Cash and Udogie. The bench is pretty self-explanatory given the fixtures. Aston Villa facing Brighton is a particularly difficult fixture and the same can be said for Spurs against Liverpool. By benching these players it allows me to capitalise on Bayer and Kabore's double game week. There you have it, my Game Week 7 team for the 23-24 FPL season. In order to stay up to date with any changes that are made, make sure to follow me on Twitter at fplfatherted. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my team and what your transfer moves are ahead of Game Week 7. If you found this video helpful, then smash that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more FPL content. Thanks for watching and good luck this week.
Shut me out.